you know, everywhere is out of ammo. In case you know you haven't been paying attention, but I was able to get some of these 40 caliber hollow points. Not the kind that I prefer to have. Like I really like Hornady Critical Defense. I've seen tests, ballistic tests, on all kinds of different calibers of these. These are 357s, by the way, but they got that little red tip. It's a hollow point, but great stopping power. But good luck finding those. I was just lucky to get anything I freaking could. No 380, 9mm, 357. Nope, but I was able to find some 40 caliber of those gold dot. On some website. I don't know. I was searching and searching. I've been searching for a round like you to come into my life. So the purpose of this video is to tell you about this video, Lindsey Williams, which I will give you a link. It's free. This is one of his DVD type things. It's free though. They've got online. And things you must do before November the 3rd, 2020. It's not so much... He didn't really say to do anything before then, I don't think. I just watched the whole thing. And first, let me say, I'm so glad I found Lindsey Williams a long time ago. Back in 2008 or so when I, first, or maybe it was 7. He talked about the price of oil going to 50, then it's going to explode to over 100 and something dollars. And then it's going to come back down to 50, and he nailed it. But as he says in this video, he no longer has either of his two elite friends. We already know the one died. Ken Fromm, I think, was his name. And then the other one, who we don't know the name, he's dead. But Lindsey Williams says he knows a guy that knows a guy that's an elitist, allegedly. And he said, the reason why you haven't heard a DVD from me lately is because I don't have my elite friends anymore. And I'm not going to come out here and give you my opinion. I only want to know what they have to tell me, right? So I appreciate that because I'm with him on that. That's good. So, and I want to say I definitely thank him for doing these videos and knowledge he's given us over the years. But having said that, for an hour and 44-minute video, I'm going to tell you what he said in probably about 2 minutes flat, maybe a minute. He goes on, first of all, to talk about some of the older stuff, how he got started, how he met the elite, in case there's new people who never heard that story before. But for you and me, we've heard the story before, so we're like, just give me the data, So he says he knows a guy that knows an elitist, and that guy has told him, that this elitist told him, the guy 3 years ago, that there would be a pandemic released, coronavirus, at the month and time that he said, and supposedly he got that right. So we have to have faith that whoever this person is, Lindsey Williams knows, who says he knows an elitist friend, and he says in the video he's never met the guy in person. The guy never met the elitist in person. It's always over a phone conversation. Whereas Lindsey has met these people in person. So first of all, you have to believe that he knows somebody, and that somebody is telling the truth when they say they know an elite friend, and here's what they have to say. So, having given that little disclaimer, or whatever you want to call it, here's what he said. Weather technology, super cold, is coming, at least on the East Coast. He wasn't told whether it would go to the West Coast or Northwest or Southwest or anything like that, Southwest, but East Coast, he said he did get, allegedly. The elite will use this weather technology to cause a pretty severe cold snap or front or whatever, cold weather leading up to the election. This is everything I'm about to tell you is leading up to the election, so we have 2 months. And that it would cause a lot of crop failure, and people are going to have problems, of course. Crop failure equals no food, So without him actually saying it, I don't think he said it, but clearly if that's going to be a problem, you might need to stock up on some food now while you can still get it. The other thing, a secondary pandemic is coming, and it must happen again within the next 2 months. We're already in September, so it has to happen this month or next month, leading up to the election. Election's November 3rd. So it's not like we got to wait through all of November. No, 3 days of November. Less than 2 months. Third thing, he talked about the iPhone, although while he's talking about the iPhone, I can tell you for sure, Android phones too, not just iPhone, where he talked about the app that was on the iPhone and the Android phone that you nor I ever said, hey, put that on my phone. But Google and Apple decided, oh, we're going to put this contact tracing app on your phone, whether you like it or not. Oh, no, it'll be turned off by default. It'll be turned off by default. But I didn't ask to have that app put on my phone. So between you and me, there is a phone called the Pine phone. This might be a pro tip of epic proportions. Yes, Pine Phone 64, and the website is pine64.com. Or excuse me, .org. Pine, P-I-N-E, the number 6, number 4, .org. Pine64.org. I ordered one of these a while ago, and I've got recent notification that it finally shipped, so hopefully it'll be here soon. But it is a Linux-based open source concept phone. It doesn't have the greatest hardware. It's only got 2 gigs of RAM, 16 gigabyte onboard, and of course I think you could put a little SIM card or a SD card for more space. It's not a powerful phone by any means, but it will get the job done, and it actually has hardware flip dip switches. Like, I don't want the cell phone on, cell tower, disable. Oh, GPS, manually flip the switch, kill power to the damn unit. I kind of like that idea. And again, it's based on Linux, so there's not going to be a lot of apps for this thing, which means all the creature comforts you're used to may not be able to get on this phone. But if you like peace and mind, or peace of mind, that ain't no one hacking your stuff, downloading shit on there, and possibly using hardware inside the phone that can cause signals and things to your body. Not that I know what they might do. The potential, again, of listening in on your stuff, all that. Backdoors, corruptible, apps that are forced on you. And again, there could be there could be a backdoor built right into the damn contact tracing app. Which, again, what do you mean backdoor? They just installed it on your phone without your permission. What backdoor do they need? What I mean by that is potentially the app, which is just for this. No, it only does this. Actually does this, 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 and this, and this in secret. So having said all that, I ordered one a while ago. And again, it came from out of the country, I think. So it's taken a while. Finally shipped. I got a notification. Oh, it finally shipped. Okay, great. When's it going to get here? So here's a little picture of it. And yeah, you're not going to have a lot of apps, but you can still go to websites and do things. So for me, I've got I've got the Google Pixel 3. And the Google Pixel was one mentioned by Q, along with, I think, Samsung or Apple. Maybe it was Apple. About the potential stuff, basically, I just talked to you about happening. And he mentioned those phones. And I think it was after that a couple of times that I decided, I think it's time that I want to get off the system. Get off that deep state system. So that's why I ordered this phone. And it should work with a lot of different phone self providers, Verizon and whoever else. So when it gets in, I'll probably scope it out and do a little review or something for you. But it's time to get off of that. So that's what I did. So anyways, that was kind of it for Lindsey. A secondary virus is coming. Terrible cold weather is coming to kill crops. And the phone. He mentioned the phone thing. That was kind of the main things he mentioned. So, between you and me, we've already heard this. We already knew about the phone apps. We already heard about the second virus coming. And the food shortage thing with the cold. We've been talking about that for a while. So again, we have to have faith that he knows a guy and that that guy's telling the truth, that he actually has an insider, blah, blah, blah. So what Lindsey had said is if this second virus thing doesn't happen, that would be a really good sign that basically God is in control and the deep state is no longer able to do what they need to do. Because he reminded us that his elite friend told him Hillary was going to win, it's over. And then when she didn't, he said, I got one email from that individual, and it had 2 words in it. God intervened, and now Trump's the president. He said that's the only way it could have happened, because we had the machines rigged, Soros is rigged, all those machines Soros had, all rigged, she was going to win. So that told him it was divine intervention, as he's mentioned before. And he said, perhaps it could happen again. So if this bad virus thing doesn't happen, then it might be safe to say, as Lindsey would say, God, what have you, has intervened. You might say, well, no, it's just Q and Trump team deciding, no, we're not going to allow it. You could say whatever you want. So the good news is we have less than 2 months. It was like 50 days now or something. We had like 50 days or so. Or 52, somewhere around there. To find out. The other thing would be, what about the cold snap thing? He said it would be due to the weather technology, weather tech, HARP type of a thing. So if we don't have a major crop failure thing happen from now till the end of the year, basically, that'd be another good sign of, hey, you know what? Good guys are in control. Deep state is done. So I do have faith that maybe we can skate by this. And I know Woo Woo Dude had said, he's picking up on a second one coming, virus thing, and it's going to be worse than the first one. And Lindsey did say basically Corona was the warm-up to this one, is how he put it. So it just remains to be seen. That's all I could say. It remains to be seen. And I hope we do come out ahead, because the new tech and everything that Trump's promising, I'm ready for that. Entheo shines, as he mentioned, by this time, next year, middle, whatever, 2021, you'll forget all about this and it's gonna be great and blah blah blah. And I want to believe in that, actually, and I kind of do. So I could have my opinion changed with a quick slap of reality saying, oh no, virus 2 came out, weather tech was used, Trump's having a little more problems than we thought he was going to have. Reality has a way to slap you down, but I'm hoping the reality that slaps us down is not that. And I just really believe we're the good guys are gonna pull it off. So, anyways, that's it. I'll put the link up if you want to watch the hour and 44 minutes. FYI, be prepared for some major Lindsey Williams procrastination. As right when he's about to get to it, I want to tell you about this real quick. Okay, back on that subject. Let me tell you this story real quick. Again, I love the man. He's given us some incredible information, and he gave me his phone number one time and said, Joe, anytime you want to call me, you feel free to call me. And I appreciate him. But Lindsey Williams is doing the Lindsey Williams. So just be prepared for that. Take care.